Yeah, yeah. Oh, video, hang on. Oh, video, hang on. Okay.
And then okay. Never be quiet. Oh my God. Are we actively live?
I think we are.
Maybe we're live. I can't tell. But folks, here we are. We are, holy shit, we are the Two-Sided Podcast. We're live every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time. That's 5 a.m. if you're in España or Ibiza. Beautiful. But folks, usually we have a ginger on the panel, but somehow in all God's glory,
you know, I'm JuliePrunes, and I'm broadcasting out from Spain, Europe.
And I'm motherfucking America, coming to you live from Michigan. How you doing?
And now is the time when you can both turn your videos on so you can see your lovely faces.
Okay, thanks. I've forgotten all about that.
There we go. I'm saying, folks, bear with us. I don't want to give John any kudos. The thing is, John doesn't need a bigger fucking ego just to let him know how much he does and how much he is appreciated. But this shit is ridiculous. The amount of buttons and the amount of things you have to do is silly. It's just silly. So I anyone who can, like, well, you know, maybe I can do it. No, I can't see. That's John set it up that way. Okay. Comments are not supporting videos.
Okay. So don't comment on the YouTube. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. So what I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. I have a very hard time trying to do this and talk at the same time. So I'm like, I hope this goes well. So we're live on YouTube, but I just see that John was like, I can't see the chats. I can't see the things on his side. So I cannot see it. Okay. So as the administrator, so if you have a YouTube live up and you see our things, you can tell people, you can see who's chatting or who's actually responding. I can't see that. Telling you, Julie, you, MFA.
Okay, I haven't got YouTube live up. I've got like 3 devices. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's standard for the Two-Sided Pod.
Stereo chat.
All right. This is great. This is fantastic.
All
right, here we go. We got one message and we're going to hit this and we're going to see exactly what happens.
Paul's brains on it. This pink cat. Do you guys know who Paul's brain is? He's a comedian who won like $10,000 on stereo. Pretty sure I'm looking right at him. I'm pretty sure I'm looking right at him.
Is that me bending over? Did I bend over instead?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, should we just get into it, guys? Shall we get into it?
No. Yes and no. Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Because I just Pete.
No, here's the deal. Jules, you got up early, started fucking drinking. Get ready for the goddamn ride because you need to get your fucking place, woman. Here's the deal, folks. I am my boy Preet, and I'm bringing the fucking rain and thunder. John was worried. Oh, shit, is anyone else going to be as fucking put upon as I am? Yeah, John, you're not special. Here's the deal, folks. I'm just saying, I want to know if we have technical issues and if people can click that link and see the YouTube above our heads. If they can't, they can let us know and we can figure that out. But no one in this group is checking. So I just need word from the street. If someone can and they can't get in, let us know. We'll try to fix that. But after this, then we will go right into it and see exactly what the fuck is happening.
Do you want me to try? I think it.
To Cunning Bird and Jonathan Ripper. Oh my God, could it be the one? Oh my God, I can't control my phone. Husky, please stop that, Madam Sarah. I don't believe it's you, Sarah, Madam. Let's see. Oh my God, all these infamous people. Honestly, Antonius. How's it going, guys? And I have questions for you. Well, you know what's coming. Well, yeah.
You know what's coming?
Right now, I'm just breathing heavy, so I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, folks, we're about to figure out if we can continue to go on this route, and if not, doesn't matter. But let's do a shot, and we'll get this show started. I have all the sound effects in my head, so I'm going to yell those out as we go. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're not, may God have mercy on your soul. Bink, bink, bink. Hey-o.
Yeehaw!
Hooty hoo. Turns out I just changed to gallery mode because John is giving me pointers while he's in the air. Thanks, JetBlue, for having such great internet.
What a legend.
Hey, John, save me some of those fucking peanuts. Hey, bud. Hey, pal, save me some of those fucking peanuts. Hey, this fucking guy. All right, folks. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any. Shall we begin?
Shall we begin? Well, let me just begin. That was almost better than the actual intro, my boy Pete.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm JuliePrunes, and I'm out in Spain. That's Europe, and you're listening to Two-Sided. It's a live recorded podcast for each week. What?
Take a goddamn pause and a breath. No one needs to know just about you. There's two other people in this fucking room.
I paused and you didn't step in. Right, okay, start again.
No,
okay.
Hang on. I'm JuliePrunes.
We can fix this in post, right?
3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm JuliePrunes. Out in Spain, that's Europe.
Hi, I'm motherfucking America, live from Michigan. How you doing?
And I'm my boy Pete in Southern California, just holding on by the skin of my teeth, praying that John will arrive and fix everything. But he won't. And that is what adulthood's about in Southern California.
You're listening to the Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week somebody, usually John L. Peacock, challenges Pete with the bits of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, the you, John, and the me and Julie and MFA. The serious and the fun. The no and the yes. The lean out and the push in, baby. The ebb and the flow, the pull and the pull. The tug and the tug. The Laurel and the Hardy. The Laurel and... I give up.
The three amigos.
Exactly, folks. I got some antsy jitters to get out of my system, so don't mind me if I take a little while to get going, but whew.
So, well, you know what John usually does is he just usually does a general check-in. I'd like to do Colonel check-in. And I would like to say, how are you feeling at the moment, Pete? How are you feeling, my boy Pete, at this precise moment? Give me 3 words.
Well, a Colonel check-in. I would prefer a private check-in. Meow.
Oh, wow.
But
meow.
I'm feeling just about there. I'm right on the precipice. I am potential energy. I'm the rock at the top of the mountain waiting to roll downhill. Well, once you push me, I'm going to roll, motherfucker. Woo!
Woo! Well, don't worry. I will be your Sisyphus to roll you back up to the peak before you roll all the way back down again. Obviously, thank you to everybody for coming in and listening to this absolute whatevers. Can I just ask a question just generally? Pretend we're off air. Who plays the messages? Do you want me to be the message bitch?
No, I'll play the messages.
Are you going to pop the packets?
I will pop the packets. Do you have your headphones by chance?
They're in.
Okay, just checking.
Why does it sound not good? Do you want me to try different headphones? Because I can't. Unless...
No, I love them. I love them. They're the best headphones. I was just like, your ears are too small. I didn't understand. I couldn't see them. I was worried about you. I was like, does she have gills? How does she breathe underwater?
Well, that's quite another question. I do have the tiniest of ears. to make up for all the rest of me.
All the more to not listen to you, my boy Pete. Oh,
Yeah.
Julie Prunes, what tiny ears you have.
Yes, all the better. Oh no, that's a different story. Okay, so I mean,
I'm gonna
do
pop
you
some
want to?
packets.
Perfect. I get packet anxiety. So please.
This is a total non sequitur to whatever you're talking about, unless this show has really gone left, which, given the context, it's possible. But anyway, this is a little holiday note for all of you sex workers out there.
Hey-o.
Sub who's adventurous and you really want to do something special for your family. They have these hollowed out butt plugs that you can get. And I'm thinking that a nice kind of treat for the holiday season is turning your sub into a flower vase. So have them sit in the middle of the table, ass up, have them blow themselves or something like that. And then use one of these tunneling butt plugs to create your centerpiece, filled with gladiolas and...
Hold on.
I don't know. Poinsettias. Those
okay, what holiday is it?
Maybe do a little preparation or, just prepared for an investigation. But yeah, turn your sub into a fucking centerpiece.
Here's the deal. Back in my day, we didn't have hollowed out butt plugs. We just had to put flowers in our asses, and we liked it. Hell, we loved it. Poinsettias. Oh, are you doing butt stuff at Christmas? No, we don't have those. But marigolds, by all means, they last a lot longer, especially if you cut the stems and plug them up there. You guys know.
What fresh hell have we stepped into?
John.
Welcome.
Julie Prunes. Oh, it'd be Julie, or MFA. I was trying to get there's two I can't do the three, so it's just one individual letters, but I'm going to be using that. Ladies. All right, what are you going to do when the world's biggest arms get a hold of you? Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich Time. 5 a.m. if you're in España. Buenos dias. Oh, here we go. We hear the man, the myth, legend himself. What do we got now?
John!
Our show! Fuck you, our show!
Cheers, John!
Cheers to John. Cheers to everybody.
John.
Thanks for tuning in.
Guys, I got the
Everybody.
structure.
Oh. Yeah, it's very difficult. We got to keep going. Gird your loins, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have one more fucking ginger in the state of California here in no time at all.
John.
That's pretty good, Worm.
Lieutenant check-in, reporting for duty.
Roger. Over, under. What's your vector, Victor?
I love you.
Aww.
Love you too. Man, I feel like we're going to start a partnership and adopt a 17-year-old Filipino child. I got my eye on you, Worm.
It's not Christmas unless you're doing butt stuff at Christmas.
It's the most festive of butt stuff times.
That's the gift that keeps on giving. You don't just unwrap it once, you unwrap it all year round, baby.
Oh, yeah, right.
Although that holly. Oof.
And MFA, when you're ready for the lightning round,
Yes.
this as your sound effect. Not is the next one that I have.
Okay.
So, on the plan, so I'm only doing it once. All right.
Oh, good Lord. I can't do
Okay,
that,
so I
Joey.
guess
That's
we
all
gotta
you.
keep this one. So if you're
Sure.
watching those packets, if this
Yes.
is one John wants us to keep in mind, let's see what he does. What?
What?
I could have done that.
Holy shit. Do you guys know that he's supposed to get in at 10:15, but he's going to be escorted off the plane by marshals, I think, if he keeps this shit up?
Oh, that's one of my
Oh.
dreams. I mean, I'm ready for like, oh, Jesus. Oh, nice. Perfect. So that takes
All
us
right.
into the lightning round.
What
It's time
we
for
got
Q&A.
let's pop these two glass packets because
Okay,
we don't
fine.
play messages. Stay with me.
Okay.
Are you talking about Arnel Pineda from Journey, man? When the adoption goes through, I'd like to come see him.
Well, he has to get acclimated first, and then we'll have an invite and a ceremony.
Oh shit, it's a three-sided pie.
Mona Lisa!
Yo, I'm watching you guys right now. That's exceptional, right?
Right?
Like, Julie, she just threw back this wine like nobody's fucking business. It made me want that fucking wine. Yeah, I see what you're doing with that bottle. And then MFA, you're fucking adorable. Look at you. Oh my God, I just want to fucking squeeze you. And Pete,
Thank you, Bob.
dressed in all black. Night Rider type shit. All right, I see you. All right. John, I hope they're doing well for you. I'm here for it. Mona Lisa.
Oh,
Just so you know,
I've never
actually
been more
stopped
turned on
eating
in
for a
my
little
life.
bit.
Fucking couch.
Stop eating for a little bit so I can fit into this shirt. Ugh.
That's awesome.
All right,
That
last
is
message,
awesome.
and then we're gonna start this
Oh, okay.
this show.
Chinese boys in the basement.
Well, where else do you keep them?
Right? I don't know about your basement, but I know what mine is for.
So do I.
Folks,
At the moment.
and that, folks, will lead us into our next.
Lightning round.
Nope, not it.
No.
Our
Come on.
next. Nope, it's
No,
backwards.
you had
This-
it right.
There we go.
We do. Finally, we have our lightning rounds. It's a standard Q&A. Lightning round guy, are you there? No? Lightning round guy?
Yeah.
Hello?
Your volume's a little bit low, Jules.
Oh.
On your
I don't-
mic, we can barely hear you.
Oh, hang on. Look, let me just do something. Wait 1 second. Oh, Jesus. I thought, well, now why are you choosing? Hang on.
All right, then. Yeah, you're good. Can do that.
Right. Is that
There we go.
better?
Way better.
Better.
Okay, that's because I've got my earphones out. Oh, my ears are free.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Come on! Bring your little ears to the party!
Woo!
What's up?
Excellent.
What's up,
Hi,
MFA?
Lightning
How
round
y'all
guy.
doing?
Hi, Lightning Round guy. I mean, I haven't seen you since NYC, and I've got a question for you. Okay, I've
Oh,
got a couple of questions.
I was gonna
This is a
say,
standard Q&A.
are your ears burning? Because if they were, it'd be small little fires. You got tiny little ears. It's like a tinderbox for little mouse ears. Yeah.
I mean, I can hardly hear you with my tiny ears, but I can hear you. And I've got started the Q&A. My first question is, what's your favorite magazine, Lightning Round guy?
Oh, is this for him? Are we going to give him the floor at this point?
Lightning Round guy, yeah, sure.
Really?
It is,
That's
isn't it?
That's where. Really? That's
Or
what
is it
we're
your?
doing?
Is it? No, it's yours. It's yours.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah. No.
It's yours. Sorry.
Yeah.
Pete.
Hey man, I could do it if you guys let me. I could do whatever you want.
Man, fuck
Sorry.
you. Get back in the goddamn closet, Jules. You fucking
I think I
give
got
him an
some-
inch. He huffs paint all over you. That's
Okay.
a fucking fact. All right.
You keep him in.
I know.
Yeah.
I will. Okay, just get back.
All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Okay, so here we are at the lightning round.
Got
So
too excited.
I did too.
So my question is, do you have a favorite magazine?
Do they still make jugs? No.
They still make Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy, but yeah.
Big black cocks, pearly white cum,
That's right.
over 80.
Black Tail White Rail.
Yeah. Nun's Life, one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with, if I had to say magazine, it's a good go-to. Like I prefer a good Mad magazine. You're never going to be disappointed, and there's going to always be a nice fold out in the back that you're not get in trouble for bringing out on a plane. That's all I'm saying.
Good. Well, my next question is there any periodic publication that you despise?
I hate the Reader's Digest condensed, because you don't think I have the fucking patience and the stick-to-itiveness to read the full fucking thing. Oh, you know what? A day in the life of is going to hear from me if you cut that shit out again.
Just for the listeners, stick to it. Stick to it.
Ivness. Stick to it. Enough of this tomfoolery and shenaniganizing. Okay. Julie, what's the next question?
Last question is, have you ever had body image issues?
Oh, God, yes. Oh, 100%. 100%. That's really weird. Oh, fuck you. I see what John's doing. It's not you. Anything I say about, oh, fuck you, I see it. Like, I see what John did here. Oh, we're talking magazines. Yeah. FHM, Maxim, Victoria's Secret, Harper's Weekly, National Geographic, Fayleen's Attic. Any of those are great, but they give us false sense of body image. So yes, body image, as I think we all have at some point. I did for sure. Middle school, high school, I was unsure. And then I had this, I don't know, I guess you could call it a little bit of I found the fuck it in life. I just said, I am goddamn beautiful. I am fucking okay with myself. If you don't like me, that's not my problem. That's your problem. I ain't too pretty and I ain't too proud. Fuck it. I will do full nude on not on YouTube. That's a whole different show. I in theater, I'm an artist, but seriously.
I thought you were going to say behind the Patreon paywall. I'm just
that
saying.
Too. For $5 a month, you too can see this side boob.
We all want to see the side boob. Could you pop the 2 packets for me, and then we can get on with the serious stuff?
Giddy up. Oh, I can't wait for that. It's going to be something. Conte.
Have a great day.
Cheers, man.
You got Spring Blade in the audience.
Always a pleasure. God, we got some heavy hitters out here, folks. And I know that usually it's a Dub or Julie or MFA who gives a shout out to the listeners, the audience, but we got some good people out there. We got some heavy hitters. We got Madam Sarah, we got Drew, we got Seabird, Masculine Man, we got Jordan Rip, we got DeLong, we got Lord Protector, Sneak, we got Cutting Shitballs. I'm saying oh shit, we got Foxy, we got Delicious. Hey girl, how you doing? We got 1 million, Mona Lisa. Hey, just so you know, I saw your text, but I can't read it. I was so stressed with this fucking show. Do you know what technology is? It's the goddamn bane of my existence. That's what it is. But we're good now. Shout out to everyone in the audience. You know what? Let's do a shot to everyone for tuning in and get into the serious, because it's about to get fucking weird. All right. Also, we have, just as a timekeeper, John's going to let us know, John's flight was supposed to come in at 10:45. They somehow got delayed on the fucking runway because there was cops on the runway, and now they're getting at 10:15. Like, how did you get delayed and make up 30 minutes? I thought you were lying, but I saw it. Like, what the fuck? Did they shoot at your plane? We got to go faster. Anyway, fuck it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Everybody.
All right, last one from John. We'll start serious.
I know this. I know this. I'm so excited.
This fucking guy.
I saw the word lightning. I got really excited. And fine. And look, I just between us three on the panel, I'm deliberately fucking up so that John can come back and be like, God, that was a shit show. Now to do it. So we want you guys know that was a deliberate fuck up. Don't.
No,
Okay.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing to try and enable him, but please don't do it anymore because this was going to be my chance to shine, my chance to do something great. See, John, I don't need you. You're the one crying. I'm not crying. Fuck it. He's going to do
a little bit.
He's going to do every bit of his show every time it comes up to a thing. Well, folks, everybody knows this is your favorite segment and mine. He's going to do all this. Well, folks, you can tune in at any time you want to eavesdrop all of his shit he's going to say. I love it. But okay, now, serious. Here we go. Ready and go.
Okay, so this is the serious part now, and as you might have guessed from my questions at the beginning, which were magazine related, we're talking about Cosmopolitan magazine.
Okay.
Now, the Cosmopolitan magazine was launched by the publisher Schlitt and Field Company in 1880.
Oh shit! Where do you like to take a shit? Oh, over in that field.
Schlitt?
No, I said Schlitt. I said the Schlitt house.
Do you want to see my Schlitt? Nothing. Okay.
You're excited. You could drown a toddler in these shorts.
It was a family journal of fashion, household decor, cooking, and other domestic interests.
Time the fuck out. A family journal? Because what kind of family did you come from? All right, kids. I'll see you at dinner, but in the meantime, I want you to read about fashion of your mother, all the household items that could be going on, and the chores you're missing. Published semi-monthly. Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah.
Papa Schlitz.
Look, the Schlitz are prolific in this because 2 years later, a Schlitt and Field's bankruptcy had forced it to sell the magazine to Joseph Newton Halleck, who introduced book reviews and serialized fiction to its pages. John Brisbane Walker took over the publication in 1889. I'll be asking questions about this later, everyone. Expanding its circulation from 20,000 to 400,000.
Man, you guys like serial stories? It was a dark and stormy night. That's going to get him. Perfect. Nailed it, Halleck, brother. Thanks, Halleck, brother. 1889, not a bad year for us.
Well, Walker's Cosmopolitan became a popular American literary magazine featuring poetry. I know how much you like poetry. Travel essays and short stories with a strong focus on education and social reform.
There once was a man named Halleck who, nope, that's not it. Do another poetry. We'll have another issue later.
So in 1905, Cosmopolitan was acquired by the publishing tycoon William Randolph Hearst. And after a brief period of muckraking, the magazine adopted a format consisting of short fiction as well as articles on celebrities and public affairs, and it expanded its circulation to 2 million by 1940. What do you think about that, Pete?
I've seen more.
Okay. This shift to being a showcase for new fiction and published works by authors like Upton Sinclair, Sinclair Lewis, Kurt Vonnegut, Willa Cather, and H.G. Wells worked well at first. I mean, typically each issue would have 5 to 8 short stories, a full novelette, a full short novel, and some article on fashion and health. And during this time, the cover art was almost exclusively illustrated, even when the cover features celebrities. What do you think about that?
I think that I'm now on YouTube and see the chats, and John's giving a lot of shade. And John, I'm letting you know that I will crash the van tomorrow on the passenger side if you keep up that attitude. Sorry, magazines. I love them. They're great.
Okay. So this shift to being the introduction of television, there was a drastic decline in the demand for fiction-based magazines, right? As there would be. I mean, of course there would be. Sorry, I can't. I cannot. Sorry.
Oh, no, we're all ears.
Okay, in response to the waning sales, there was a radical shift in the direction of Cosmopolitan. This was mostly due to the first female to step up as editor-in-chief of the magazine. Right? You know what happens when women get involved.
All right. There was a lot of questions. Fucking all the guys couldn't have cocktail lunches. I know. I'm only saying this. I know it's really shitty. I feel bad saying it to two women, but like, I play the bad part. Like, they fuck shit up all the time. They don't. They literally, that's why it's got so good. That's why I vogue to this day and drink only Cosmopolitans.
I like the way we all went into the voguing dance. Well, at this point, okay, of the magazine's history, it was the 60s, and young, single women were enjoying a new level of freedom for the first time. Wink, wink. They were beginning to bust their butts in formerly male-dominated fields and explore premarital sex. But the phenomenon was still so new that nobody was really talking about it, at least not in public.
No, definitely not, because when you have someone taking on new ambitions, new hopes, new
exploits.
There you go. Exploits, feats of the it's the person who's the explorer. They say, oh, that's too much. You shouldn't do that. But it doesn't get a foothold. I'm just saying Ponce de Leon wasn't really thought well of. He was the explorer of premarital sex. Or there's a spelunking joke there, but I don't know what it is yet.
It's in there somewhere. And although people were thinking women were definitely enjoying themselves, there was a small part of them, I'm not saying what part, that needed to know that they would not.
You said it was a good size.
A small part of the women, that's fine.
Oh.
We want it to be strong. So enter Helen Gurley Brown. But that's not an instruction. Enter Helen Gurley Brown. In 1962.
Stage right, Helen Gurley Brown. It's your entrance, Helen. Psst, come on.
By a bear. So, in 1962, the just married copywriter penned a book called Sex and the Single Girl, a fictional book about a swinging singleton who was leading this new kind of life. Not only did the book tell women they didn't need a man to be happy, but it also encouraged them to enjoy sex with whomever they damn well pleased, without guilt. Those two messages struck a chord. B minor, I think it was. Helen's book was an instant bestseller, and unattached girls everywhere were so psyched that someone had finally spoken to them. They flooded her with thank you notes and begged her for personal advice. What personal advice would you ask from her?
At that point, yeah, I'm begging for it. No, just tell me anything you want. You want to hang out? That's cool. I love hearing about your cats. It's awesome. I love hearing about your cats. Just touch my hair.
Well, Helen realized that if she had her own magazine, she could answer all of these women at once. So she mapped out a proposal that explored her book's main message. I knew that women, quote, I knew that women were having sex and loving it, she says. Quote, I wanted my magazine to be their best friend, a platform from which I could tell them what I'd learned and talk about all the things that hadn't been discussed before. I wanted to tell the truth, that sex is one of the 3 best things out there, and I don't even know what the other 2 are, end quote.
Oh, she was just talking about she hadn't had the other kinds of sex. She's like, oh, you've never done butt stuff or oral? Oh, man, those are the 2 best. But the normal is good, too. If you like missionary, you're going to love reverse cowgirl. Thanks, Cosmo.
Oh yeah, one of the best 3 things are out there. And the sex. So as soon as the mock-up was finished, she started shopping it around New York publishing companies. I mean, of course, who wouldn't? And unfortunately, rejection followed rejection until Helen met with people at the Hearst Company. Cosmopolitan, their old general interest publication for men and women, was hemorrhaging money, she says. They'd been planning just to close it down, but instead agreed to give it to me and let me try out my new format.
This is just like the premise of UHF when Weird Al gets the radio station, but with a magazine and a lady. It's the same thing.
Okay, so the first issue to totally reflect Helen's vision was September 1965. But the
It
July
was the 1st of September, a day we'll never forget.
But the July 65 issue was the first that she edited. It had a piece about the pill, which was still new and hadn't really been written about before, she says. Quote, to me, the most important thing about it was that if you weren't worried about getting pregnant, you could enjoy yourself more in bed. So we wrote a cover line to that effect, end quote. When women saw the line, the new pill that makes women more responsive, quote, unquote, they knew exactly what Cosmo was talking about and snatched the issue off newsstands in their droves.
Hey, ladies, you want to fuck? Well, welcome to Cosmopolitan. We're here for you. It's written by a lady. Turns out all the typesetters were male at that point. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's what's going to sell. I don't know, man.
Well, from then on, the magazine continued to push the envelope, with articles on provocative and often taboo topics like man meeting vacations and
Spain. Also paella, Spain. Fuck! This is awesome. Men, affairs, paella. I'm in my perfect location.
Did you hear me talking earlier? Sorry, carry on. Soon it had huge and fiercely loyal readership. Cosmo, what's the abbreviation for Cosmopolitan? Cosmo was, quote, Cosmo was so popular, libraries couldn't keep it around. Women kept stealing the issues, close quote, says Laurie Ouellette, PhD, assistant professor of media studies at Queen's College.
My God. Is this a turn? Is this really the story about how women are thieves? They steal our hearts. They steal our ability to make good thought processes. All the bad shit I do is because of females. I wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for you guys. No,
it's universally acknowledged that women are the root of all evil. We all know.
I'm saying, if I had that extra rib, you guys would learn something.
I took it as a knock in the butt.
So that's what. So women are stealing magazines is what Laurie Ouellette, and she's at Queen's College, and she's author of the book Inventing the Cosmo Girl. No, an article in 1999 that looked at the cultural impact of the magazine in the 60s and 70s. She says, quote, what made it so desirable that it outlined an American dream for single working women. It provided them with a vision and detailed advice on how to live a better life on their own terms. Close quote.
Okay, so far, the thing is, I know how John writes. It's like, you know how they say you can identify your close friend's hands, like if you they just have a bunch of hands sticking out of them. Bro, I'm telling you, you're people you see all the time, you can see their hands, like your partner, your friends, your close friends. If they stick their hands out of like, I don't know, maybe a glory hole, whatever kind of hole you want. Anyway.
Oh, do you mean their hands?
I'm not using quotes. I'm specifically saying the phalanges, right? If you put these bad boys through, you can identify how phalange you if you keep up that fucking lip. I'm just saying you can identify I feel like, and now it's just like John. It's God damn it, Julie. I had a really great point there. And now I seem like I'm an asshole yelling at a woman for her hands. You know what? And another beautiful nails, by the way, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are the three-sided pod, the three amigos. I love you all so much. Thanks for tuning in. We're only going to get weirder from here. Tell me more, Jules.
Well, and it continued to update with this model of fun, fearless feminism. Oh, a bit of alliteration. That started with Helen Brown.
There it is. Okay, that fucking Mona Lisa got me back on track. Like, thus far, I know how John's writing is. I can identify his writing by seeing like, oh, he takes you down the primrose path, and then he's going to fuck you halfway through.
Oh,
so far we've been. The lightning round was all about like, oh, body image issues. Like, great, like, okay, but we're now things are good, very supportive. Get yours, girl. Do the thing. But it's coming up. It's fucking coming up now. It's going to be a hard twist. And this is why Cosmopolitan's bad and they're the devil. And they should be fucking in bed with Elon Musk. Like, Jesus Christ, John. I drive a Tesla. What is that about? Fuck.
Well, I mean, you might have something there. I mean, did like the sound of the primrose path of being fucked halfway through. I'm not going to lie. So
that's why you loved Anna Green Gables so much. That's what I read into it, between the lines. Real
between
piece
the,
of literature.
oh God, the subtext. Man, the subtext.
Gets.
Okay, so working closely with the 2012 editor, Kate White, design director, Anne Kwong of Pentagram, redesigned Cosmopolitan to create a bold new version of the iconic magazine.
Kwong of Pentagram?
Anne Kwong of Pentagram.
Anna Kwong of Pentagram.
Anne Kwong of
Anne
Pentagram.
Kwong of Pentagram. Oh, it was like Anton LaVey of the Satanic Diaries.
Or Anne of Green Gables. Or
Right.
Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah.
Anne Kwong of Pentagram.
Come into my Lion the Witch of the Wardrobe. You want to see into my wardrobe, kid? Holy shit.
So she redesigned Cosmopolitan to create a bold new version of this iconic magazine. It launched in the January 2012 issue. Quote, Cosmo is well loved by its readers, and rather than fix something that is decidedly not broken, the redesign...
Hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix that. Don't fix that. Hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix that fuck rag. Sorry.
Fuck rag?
That was a joke that I fought for. That was the joke I fought for. Holy shit. See what you're doing to me? I'm better than this, Jules.
Are you though?
No, I'm not. But I claim to be so every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich time. If you're across the pond, 5 a.m. if you're in España. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We are the three-sided amigos of the two-sided pod here on Thursdays.
Arriba.
So rather than fix something that is decidedly not broken, the redesign accompanies an editorial shift that distills the best elements of the magazine and brings it up to date for the age of tabloids and Twitter, says Pentagram. The new direction makes the tone of the magazine more irreverent, not irrelevant, irreverent, light and accessible. Stories are shorter and are told with more visuals.
Also, our readers like that we do goat sacrifices and one virgin every issue. It's really good for the Pentagram readers. All hail Satan, all hail Satan.
Next, take this branding test. Which type of brand are you?
Quickly, I need an old priest and a young priest. What the fuck is happening?
In the words of editor Kate White, the goal was to, quote, not look like a magazine, end quote, to better capture the smart, sexy attitude of Cosmo's audience.
This motherfucker. This, no, not end quote. No,
there's a quote within a quote.
No, it is. There is, because there's a lot of quotes there. This is John's little, she said, it doesn't look like a magazine. And she sums up and goes on to some other shit. But he uses quotations to be like, it makes her sound even better. Fuck you, John, for your research. I know what you're doing. I see where you're flying. You're probably somewhere over fucking. What time is it? 8:30. You're in like. You're over Texas right now. Fuck you, John. Everything's bigger in Texas. Even the fuck yous.
Well, the designers responded to this with a design that is spontaneous, spirited, and dynamic, capturing the humorous, sassy tone of the content.
And you get to read that. You, as the fill-in for John, get to read this swill. Oh, the humor is somewhat. No, it's not. Don't make him feel better about himself. I want to see your work, John. Show me your math. This is all bullshit. Where are your notes? No notes? Then fuck you for no notes. Good writing is rewritten, John. It's not written. Learn that in 101, baby.
Of course, there are source materials for this, which can be found on some kind of websites afterwards, just in case anybody wants to fact check, but I don't doubt it for a minute.
No, not at all. He has all of his sources. He has all this bullshit, and that is how he's inundating you. The red tape. This motherfucker is a government employee just waiting to be found. Oh. Fuck him for all of his research. I love you, John.
So White is extraordinarily prescient in knowing what her readers want and regularly implements new editorial ideas and departments. As a result, the magazine is in a constant state of flux. I'm not going to lie, sidebar, sounds like a two-sided board.
Here's the deal. Right? If we can just get a woman editor, that's all we need to take us to the next level. Turns out it's all a bunch of dick and fart jokes until you guys showed up. And now we are classy.
Yeah, man.
There we go. Someone's coming in hot. That's what I appreciate. The willingness that this, dare I say, the stick-to-itiveness. I say.
Stick
MFA, I adore you. Jules, I adore you. John, I deal with you twice a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time. Wednesdays, Fridays, 5 a.m. if you're in España.
Indeed. So because the magazine was in a constant state of flux, the core design grew diluted over time. The redesign establishes a supple, easy framework that sets off the variety in the pages and better connects with readers, right?
Right. There's one thing I look for in my magazines is suppleness. When I pick up, is there girth to the pages? Is there suppleness? If not, I will not peruse with my eyes. However, if it feels sturdy and hefty, I'm in.
Perfect. Well, with fewer words on the page, the formerly tight columns of justified text have been jettisoned, I love that word, for a looser, more relaxed grid that keeps the layouts lively, says Pentagram. Or hail Satan.
Dominus Pentagram.
Oh, man, I can now just imagine some poor person writing this with a circle of salt around their desk.
Well, John did the circle of salt and then left it. He's like, I won't be home for a few days. Someone else can clean this shit up.
The only circle of salt I like is the rim of my margarita. Talking of rim, nothing. The look of the magazine's photography has also been updated with less of the gauzy, self-consciously sensual imagery of the past and more of a bold, brash and heightened sensibility that creates a mood of sexy, anything can happen spontaneity. Also like the two-sided.
Right. No, the whole thing, if you're talking magazine terms, is like, oh shit, they do penetration now? This is awesome. We were just looking at like airbrush shit before and like, this is awesome. Like two-sided every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich time. Wednesdays, Fridays, 5 a.m. if you're in España. Buenos dias.
Well, the redesign makes playful use of infographics. In the January issue, a meter rates responses from mild to freaky for a how kinky he thinks he is.
He think he kinky. Man, Y'all don't know kink. You wouldn't know sensuality if it jumped up and bit you on the ass. That's sensuality, motherfucker. Woo!
As kinky as a garden hose. But it's a big but. How dare you? But all this, quote, how to sexually please your man and how to look like a sexy supermodel, focus of their now historical brand of feminism, has drawn major criticism from varied groups.
Here we go. Just because I asked one populist to take a shit on my chest, all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Jesus. All right. Tell us more. Oh, sorry. Take a dump. Whatever. Still, my chest, not yours.
I think that Cosmo would say the word defecate, but some have said it promoted impossible body.
It is for pooping out of.
It is for pooping.
It is for pooping.
For pooping. It's for pooping only. It is for
So dumb. So fucking dumb.
Well, some people have said it promoted impossible body images of perfection, causing a spread of mental health issues dealing with body image, like anorexia and bulimia.
There's the turn. Here we go. This is the rest of the god. We're all downhill, folks. Keep your arms and legs inside the cabin. John L. Peacock is going to tell us some horrible shit that we're all going to be appalled at for the next 10 minutes. Folks, welcome to the ride.
While groups on the other end of the social political spectrum have claimed it promotes promiscuity and immorality.
These skinny chicks love to fuck. What is going on, man? This is something we can agree on across the aisle.
Well, Victoria Hearst, a granddaughter of William Randolph Hearst, founder of Cosmopolitan's parent company, and sister of Patty Hearst, has lent her support to a campaign which seeks to classify Cosmopolitan as harmful under the guidelines of material harmful to minors laws. Minors as in underage, just making that clear. Hearst, the founder of an evangelical Colorado church called Praise Him Ministries.
Who? Him.
Praise Him Ministries.
Carry on, poisonous.
States that the magazine promotes, quotes, the magazine promotes a lifestyle that can be dangerous to women's emotional and physical well-being.
Okay. All right, let's just fucking pump the goddamn brakes for a second, okay? We're talking about the Hearst family, right? I don't know what you know about Stockholm Syndrome, but I know it was invented because of one of those fucking broads. When I'm thinking bad ideas, I'm thinking Hearst families, all right? Here's the deal. What I need from you is less Hearsty, more...
Thirsty?
Giddy up.
Less thirsty, more thirsty.
Okay.
well, okay. So, challenges women's emotional and physical well-being. It should never be sold to anyone under 18. End quote. According to former model Nicole Vida, who is also part of this campaign, the magazine's marketing is subtly targeting children. I mean, subtly targeting children. Billboards have been hung in states such as Utah, urging the state to ban sales of this magazine. Also, in 2018, Walmart announced that Cosmopolitan would be removed from checkout lines after the anti-pornography organization National Center on Sexual Exploitation, formerly known as Morality in Media, labeled the magazine as, quote, sexually explicit material, close quote.
But we are not going to stop featuring penetration. That's a promise. Cosmopolitan, promise.
Well, Cosmo continued its updates with the times, indirectly responding to these criticisms. And in 2021, it launched its first magazine cover to have photos of women with varied body types and sizes. Cosmopolitan...
No, fuck that, because they were not the lead of that. that was the thing. They were not first on the uptake. They were not end of the uptake, but they were middle of the ground. And the whole thing, when there was the first body positive image of things like, oh, it's okay to be who you want. And it was like usually in like Target, or back then it was like, no, well, talking earlier, well, no, the resurgence, but Macy's, fucking Harris & Co., I don't know what you have in UK, fucking diamond shekel, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah,
Hey, my lady, would you like to come in for diamond shekel?
I don't know, but I'm saying, no, they don't get celebrated for that shit, right? To me, like, no, you don't get a pass for doing this. And I know I stopped you because John's gonna fucking shit on him all over. All right, I'll shut up. Okay, what happens next?
Okay. Cosmopolitan published their February magazine cover with an image including women of different shapes and body sizes to redefine the image of health. The image consisted of women, primarily those who are considered to be plus size, posing with a caption stating, "This is healthy."
Hell yeah. No, the whole thing is health is it's not subjective. It's like, oh, you can go to a doctor. I'm always pushing big. I'm always.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I grew up pulling a plow. My whole thing. When I went to the lowest weight I ever was like 190, 189. I went to the doctor because I was still having other issues. And he was like, oh, yep, you're obese. I'm like, motherfucker, this is the slimmest I've ever been. Like, I'm going to put on 50 pounds and feel even better once I get through everything else. Like, fuck you. Our body mass index is fucked across the country. Yes, we are the most plus size country in the world. But at the same time, you're looking at a body mass index that is not logical. You need to look at what is health. You need to look at, because that it's the medical, it's the ADA, it's the marketing, it's everything that goes through that, and we all accept it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not okay, and it's not. I don't think they propagate it. The magazines propagate it, and we learn from it because of what we're told, but it's not the stem, it's not the root, it's not. I think as a people, we all need to understand, like, hey man, I am who I am. Do I want to be this? If I do, why do I want to be this? To feel better, to be healthy? Or is it like, oh, I want to look like that? No, you don't want to look like anything. It's the same thing as a singer or an actor. You learn before you are trained, you learn to sing a song. And it's like, I'm going to mimic that person. You do karaoke. You get a lot of great karaoke singers who sound great, but you're mimicking that person. No, motherfucker, strip all that shit down. Strip it all down. Sing the song. You have a beautiful voice. What does your voice sound like? Because
what you're saying is you like cover versions.
Well,
he was a young boy. He had a heart of stone.
I'm just saying, lived and survived. He worked his fingers to the bone. And that's what I do every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Skid Row or not, we're here, folks. And I just want to remind everyone, because John gets a little long-winded, and we have to give, Allie has our fun segment, thank God, because we're all getting Debbie Downer syndrome. I'm not saying you, I'm saying John. John's plane lands at 10:15. That's in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So if you can read ahead, and I don't think you should, because you're going to skip some important stuff, like, I'm going to shut the fuck up and let you go. And like, I'm going to make faces.
Perfect. Well, whilst we're at this natural pause, I would consider everybody to take a shot, to buckle up and belt up and prepare. So
we're getting bad. We're getting bad, huh? Okay. Well,
so please pour your shots if you have them, and the listenership.
Giddy up, everybody.
Giddy up. Bink.
Guys, they're going to be wasted to read my segment. This is bad.
Oh, I picked up all the little miniatures from the minibar, and I've got the first one I picked up was gin. Anyway,
well, you'll reek of elderberries, and the mosquitoes will stay away from you. That's a fact.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that. You're also welcome for listening. So after the cover was published with "This Is Healthy" with the different shaped women, Cosmopolitan received quite a bit of backlash, with people saying the magazine was misrepresenting the idea of health and that they shouldn't be telling impressionable readers that obesity was a sign of health, especially during a global pandemic. One Twitter user wrote,
"This man, boo this man." Sorry, go.
"Hang him, stone him, stone him. Are there any
I'm not
women?
dead yet.
Stone him, stone him.
He says, "Blessed are the cheesemakers." I don't know. Cheesemakers.
Cheesemakers. Okay, so one Twitter user wrote, quote, "Weird time for at Cosmopolitan to do this cover, given the relationship between obesity and death / serious illness from COVID." Another commented, a quote, "Obesity is the second leading, I'm just going to do a voice right. Obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death and raises individuals' risks of complications of COVID-19. I'm sorry, it's not healthy." End quote.
All right, fuck off. Number one, fuck off, because you could be. This is where John says, "Stop saying that." I was like, you know what? You could be a fucking student in a high school in America. A lot more dangerous than fucking being a little plus size. All right, sorry. We're not even going.
That's fine. Well,
sorry.
Here's another. I would like you to take note of this website. It's from the Scary Mommy website. Of course. I've never heard of that myself.
Is it .org or .com? Because .com.
It just says
no,
from
Scary Mommy.
Mommy.
Yeah, scarymommy.com is fucking awesome. Look that shit up. If you like Two Girls, One Cup, you'll love Scary Mommy. But .org is a very educational.
Okay, fine. Well, from their website, quotes, "Let's get one thing clear. The size of a person's body does not determine the health of that body. Period." They said period. It means something different in England. But try telling that to fat-phobic arseholes who, instead of seeing a beautiful woman living her best life on the cover of a magazine, have to go out of their way to dump all over it. Not literally. Because that woman isn't conventionally thin, which is what a lot of people are doing in the wake of Cosmopolitan UK's latest cover.
All right. I'm going to go fast, but seriously, fuck that, because there's a lot of people who are plus size who are super healthy, you look at track and field athletes, you look at people who are, if you see them in normal clothes and day to day, like, yeah, you're big, you're puffed out, but your cardio is amazing. Your muscle tone is amazing. Yeah, you have body fat, but you are a fucking specimen. You are an athlete. You are. So yes, there can also be like, yeah, I don't get off the couch much. Whatever. I'm with that too. But you're looking at body, physical health.
Literally on the couch at the moment. Literally on the couch.
Versus what I'm going to need you to do is be more recumbent, because we don't believe you. Thank you.
Sure.
But I'm saying there's mental health and there's physical health, right? If your physical health is top notch and you're like, oh my God, I can run marathons and I'm beautiful, like this is great. But you are dying inside every day. You are just as at risk as someone who is super positive and has to have a wall removed and a forklift to get them out of the house. It's the same thing. They go hand in hand. And I think that's the problem, is we separate this of what health is, and we don't, there's a happy medium for everything, right?
There's also a happy extra large for everything.
You know, if you're going to get a toy in your Happy Meal, if you keep up with that line of questioning, you're welcome for listening. I'm just saying the idea that I feel like you need to feed the mind, feed the body, feed the soul all at the same time. If one is healthy and one is not, we focus too much on one thing and not the other. And now we're on this big push for mental health, which is great. And we've less physical health. You shouldn't drink, period. You shouldn't smoke, period. You shouldn't eat sugar. You shouldn't have carbs. You shouldn't, all the things you shouldn't do, right? But we fucking do. So the idea is to do it every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right? If you're going to have 6 pounds of steak, do it on a Tuesday or Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich Time, Wednesdays, Fridays, 5 a.m. Allie, you get it.
MFA. I didn't need the world to know my real name, but I digress.
Oh, shit.
I wanted to say this. When I was 135 pounds, people told me I was fat. They tell me that I'm fat today. You know what I say to them? Fuck you. If you don't like what you see here, pick another point of interest, bastard. Be on your way.
Exactly. MFA, I'm 100% with you. It is, you come correct. You don't come to my fucking neighborhood. Like, right. You respect me. You respect what I'm going to be the most loving, caring person you've ever met in your entire life, or I will burn your fucking house down. I feel like John can really understand that, because honestly, he's had to move 4 times in New York because fuck him. But also, I love you guys. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I know John does too. I'm speaking for both of us. We love you guys more than you think. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you'll be delighted to know that we're just a gnat's whisker away from the end of this story about Cosmopolitan and the serious side. So once this nearly 150-year-old publication decided to evolve beyond the fiction periodical that was around to placate women into domesticism, and decided to continue to evolve with the cultural times, it has been demonized by part of the press and much of the conservative and now even liberal society. Much like the backlash of the beautifully satiric Barbie movie, I put a clip up from it recently on my JuliePrunes Stereo Instagram. Anything that puts women first seems to have a trail of trolls following close behind, finding any way to silence the fun, fearless feminism model first promoted by revolutionary Helen Gurley Brown. And yes, she is so girly, get it, deal with it. The end.
Like golf from the gallery.
Love it.
Done, man.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hell yeah.
But, yeah. So I mean, just to kind of finish off that, I do want to make sure that everybody knows that you know, we record. I say you record each episode of the Two-Sided Pod live on the Stereo app every Thursday at 8 p.m, 11 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, which is also live streamed on our YouTube channel. The handle is at Two-Sided Pod, all one word.
And I have the password now, you guys. So people send me some shit, I will let you in. Woo!
We're on Patreon, Instagram. Also, the JuliePrunes _stereo features a high percentage of clips from the show, just saying. And the everything, the Twitter, the Instagram is at Two-Sided Pod. And we also have Gmail for anyone to suggest a topic or to come onto our Tuesday Open Chat Stereo Show. Open Chat Stereo Show. Two-Sided Pod at gmail.com. And you can listen to us. Where can they hear this, my buddy? Where can they hear it?
Wherever you want. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your streaming services. That's on Spotify, Apple Pod, Amazon Music. Now that's it that's it.
That's it. Okay, fine.
That's it.
I guess. Fine. And you know, and then we have the end of the Cosmopolitan, the end of the series. And for somebody whose mother took her to a dietitian for injections for diuretics and appetite suppressants at the age of 18, as a size, I guess it would be a size maybe 6 in the UK, in the US, size 10 in the UK. Let me tell you, those kind of body images have followed me and created basically a huge problem for me mentally, which of course now through working through therapy and being a registered psychotherapist, just about to get a handle on. But yeah, that was I really enjoyed reading that. Thank you very much to John L. Peacock for researching it. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, John. Love you, bud. Like I can't wait to see you. I'm fucking counting down. It turns out it's an hour. Griff will be here in 30 minutes, and things will get weird.
Hour.
But but we have a fun segment to get to, and we have Alex, or we have MFA. So sorry, I keep reading. I'm not going to say that because we're going to edit that out. And
Fix it in post.
Before the segment, or no?
What's that?
Are we going to pop any packets before the segment?
Yes. Good call. You're a little bit low on your volume, MFA. If you can turn your volume up, then you're good.
How's that?
Oh shit.
I'm here. I'm sorry that I'm late. I'm late for everything. That's why I was late.
This motherfucker. Oh, he didn't say quinceañeras because I don't think they have those in the UK, but we have them here and they're beautiful. Nope. And I shut the fuck up now.
It's almost like, Julie, are you fucking up on purpose to pad the stats for Peacock? Midway Pete's time to shine.
Woo!
As hell, because you were a talented, precocious, beautiful young lady.
Here we go.
Her way around all kinds of different.
Ooh, yes. Giddy up.
This isn't a fucking gambit.
Sure, it was my lack of using technology for the first time on the live broadcast, using YouTube's Zoom, Kindle, and an iPhone. Of course, yeah, it was all just to
It's not that I have cancer. It's that it's so hilarious because you're totally padding his stats. Don't give him any goddamn minutes. Here's the deal, folks. Give him an inch. He'll fly across the country to make a point. Fuck John. I have to pick him up at the airport in an hour.
What's up, my boy Pete?
Pero.
Hello.
Hey.
This evening, is that the real motherfucking
And
It is, baby.
doing?
How you doing, beautiful?
Definitely gonna listen to this.
Hell yeah.
Love you. I have not heard from her in forever and a day. That is one beautiful, brainy broad right there.
I love that shit. I love one of my favorite things because John and I are so compartmentalized. Like you have to know us, and we don't really put ourselves out. John kind of does, but I don't trust him. Like, I don't know if you should go out by yourself, bud. Do you have a handler? I don't know what's going on. But I have the goddamn rock stars here. I have MFA and I have JuliePrunes helping out. And this is what it's all about, folks. If you like what you heard, if you can't believe what you've seen, then hit that link above your head. That takes us to the YouTube live where you're seeing myself and these beautiful ladies. And once you're here, don't be afraid to hit that like, that subscribe, that alert button, or smash it, as it were.
And make sure to turn on your notifications so that you know when they go live.
Giddy up, baby.
Yeah, I just found out about Pentagram recently. I was into Rick Rubin's and his
Rectus Dominus.
It is satanic. It's probably baby for sure.
Satan.
For sure.
Yeah, we're fuck yeah.
I love how JuliePrunes is like paired with something else. No, it doesn't. What it is it might be the same word, but it means two different things. It could be like I don't know.
No, don't say like witch because it's how you spell it. But I'm just saying that to say that it means something else.
It does.
It still doesn't mean something in America.
Yes.
Say periods and menstruation. like somebody maybe sub for JJ. That's a
This guy.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy. So here we go. You just said, so what is it? It said period. And I said, because they meant full stop. And I said, period means something else in the UK. And it does mean something else. I know it's the same word. I know there are different meanings. I'm just saying that if you say to somebody, period, if I was just stand somewhere and shout, period, in the UK, there would be an influx of people in their droves. It's kind of word mentioned of people offering me sanitary products. I'm just saying. Anyway, please continue.
Well, I guess we know who's on the rag now, don't we?
Do you want somebody to love?
Sing it, baby.
Yeah.
This was amazing. Love you guys.
Oh, hold on to your butts. We ain't even done yet. We've
Are
only
we ready
just
for
begun.
the fun part?
All right, last one. Here we go.
Telling a woman what a period is.
Wow.
Folks, if you like Muse Lover, you can follow him and like him on all of his platforms through us, because goddamn, he's a foundation member. No one likes it, but everyone loves it.
Yes.
All right. That
All right.
being said, let's move things along. For those of you who don't already know, any messages left meow will be played later in the green room. So let's get on to the fun. The life and works of Lucille Ball. I'm going to start this one with a few partial quotes of the very first line speaking of this icon from different sources. Turner Classic Movies website, quote, as one of America's most beloved comedians and one of Hollywood's more astute businesswomen. Notable biographies.com, quote, the face of comedian Lucille Ball, immortalized as Lucy Ricardo on the television program, I Love Lucy. National Women's Hall of Fame website, quote, one of the most beloved comedians of all time, Lucille Desiree Ball, left an impact on. Biography Channel's website, quote, Lucille Ball's got her start as a singer, model, and film star before becoming one of America's top comedic actresses with the 1950s TV show, end quote. I don't normally jump straight to the punch, but when researching the biography of this amazing clown, the punch jumped straight at me. So I gotta address it before moving on. Lucille Desiree Ball was not one of the most beloved comedians or one of America's top comedic actresses of a time. This pioneer is one of the greatest clowns, greatest comics, greatest comedic actors of the modern era. She happens to be a she, but to put that label on her to soften the blow to the poor male comics out there feeling the ball squeeze of having a female be funnier. Just blows my mind.
Okay, John. Number one, fuck you. Number two, I got jokes, motherfucker. I'm no Lucille Ball. You're doing the whole ginger thing. Everybody knows she wasn't ginger. I don't mean to cut to the chase, but fuck you. I normally don't get this far this fast, but fuck you. I digress. MFA, MFA, MFA.
A stupid, made-up word. A comic is a comic is a comic. An actor is an actor. A doctor is a doctor. It's not doctress. Okay, enough of a rant. Let's get into it.
Exactly.
Lucille was born in Jamestown, New York on August 6th, 1911. Her father died very early on. She was always funny. She was always headstrong. She was raised seeing the simplistic comedy of vaudeville clowns. And Ball determined at an early age to become an actor and left high school at age 15.
Okay, because that for me right there was, she was always involved in clowns. Like,
golly, mister, can you smell my rose? Like,
but okay, high school. So now she's like, hello, mister. Have you smelled my fill in the blank? We're good. So fuck that. Julie made me do this. Now we're talking about, okay, I'm good. Cosmopolitan, I'm good.
Okay. She enrolled in many acting classes, and in 1925, her mother sent her to John Murray Anderson School for Dramatic Arts in New York City. There, she trained under popular teachers, and one of her classmates was future Hollywood star Bette Davis. Unfortunately, Ball did not enjoy her time at the school, and the teachers believed that she lacked talent.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, number one. Yeah, fuck that. Who has ever enjoyed their time at school? If you are, you're a fucking sociopath. Yeah, I enjoy my time at a school. I don't like being in school. Some of my greatest accomplishments have been at school. I met John L. Peacock at school. We had a class together. It was bullshit. I did not enjoy that. To be honest, and this is just between us girls, MFA, I'm letting you know. I did not enjoy John L. Peacock. Fuck him. Like, number one, but then he grew on me, and I oh my God, I love you, bro. You're fucking the best dude. But then I realized, no, fuck you. So it's very, very mixed signals, and it's all going back to school.
Amen to that. Her early attempts to find a place in the theater all met with rebuffs.
Don't you
because she was not super talented and also female.
Alone, sitting in society
as a model under the name Diane Belmont. She was moderately successful as a model, and a poster on which she appeared brought her to the attention of the Hollywood studios and won her spots in Roman Scandals, 1933, Blood Money, 1933, Kid Millions, 1934, and other movies. During this time, she also worked in theater. In 1940, while working on a movie set, she met Desi Arnaz, a Cuban-American actor. The couple started dating and eloped only a year later. So making her film debut in 1933, Ball became known as the Queen of the B's for her numerous roles in B movies. She appeared in more than 75 films, even before starting the show that would ultimately change the face of entertainment.
What?
Right.
What? I don't mean to be fucking Little John right now, MFA, but what? Are you serious? So she was in.
Serious.
I knew she was in a couple. I was like, oh yeah, she was in that B movie. Like, she was like a serial actor. Holy shit.
Still, as late as the 1940s rolled around, Ball, who had dyed her hair red in 1942 at MGM's urging, was looking at a stagnant movie career, unable to break into the kinds of starring roles she'd always dreamed about. As a result, Arnaz pushed his wife to try broadcasting, and it wasn't long before Ball landed a lead part in the radio comedy My Favorite Husband. The program caught the attention of CBS executives who wanted her to recreate something like it on the small screen.
Yeah, see, now we're gonna need some that redhead actress. You know, she's not an actor. Make her laugh. Dance for me, monkey. That'll be perfect.
Ball, though, insisted to include her real-life husband, something the network clearly wasn't interested in seeing happen. So Ball walked away, and with Desi put together an I Love Lucy-like vaudeville act and took it on the road. Success soon greeted the pair. So did a contract from CBS.
See, that's great. That's super great. Like, but at the same time, like, you look at if it wasn't successful, hear me out. If it wasn't successful, right? If she wasn't so great and talented, because we all know fucking I Love Lucy, fantastic. Ricky was funny. Like, he had his great moments. Him and Fred were great. Fred did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Agreed.
But if it hadn't succeeded, like, nope, I'm walking away. Like, that is a oppressed woman. That is some bullshit. Like, no, my husband can't get a job, so I won't get a job either. Like, what the fuck?
That's
For me, at this point, I would, in a heartbeat, I would sell John L. Peacock under the bus for fame. Not a problem. I would murder him. Yeah, murder him in the van where he sleeps tonight. So help me.
In 1950, Ball and her husband formed Desilu Productions. And in 1951, Ball and her husband, Desi Arnaz, launched the comedy television series I Love Lucy, based on their own lives. The show pioneered technical aspects of a comedy show using 3 cameras, a set, and a live audience. It was also the first time a visibly pregnant woman was seen on television. The show became the launching pad for the endearing comic genius of Ball. In the show, Lucy's husband, Ricky, constantly dashes her dreams of becoming an actress, beginning in the pilot episode where he tells her, I want my wife to be a wife. I want you to bring my slippers when I get back home, prepare my dinner, and raise my children. But throughout the show, 6-season run, in which it never left the top 3 in weekly ratings, Lucy pushed back, enacting various harebrained antics with the help of neighbors Ethel and Fred Mertz to become a star.
Let me just say, it's horrible. It's horrible. I say this all the time, and sometimes I believe it, but it's so horrible. I know it's subjective. I know it's objective. I know it's totally inappropriate, but come on. If you had a beta husband who would give you your slippers when you came home and made dinner, wouldn't that be fucking awesome? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Girl, I'm saying, if you could smoke in the office place and there's fucking 12 o'clock drinks, sign me up.
A different world from what we have right now. A totally different planet. Yes.
Right. And she still managed to ride that fine line of adhering to what he needs and gives him his slippers, but to fuck him up and to find her own way. And he would like, let me, Lucy, Babaloo, very gently, and like he would kind of break. At the end, you felt good about it. Like, oh my God, everyone wins. Like, yeah, but not really. But kinda. It made you feel good. I don't know, man. I guess along the short of it is, can I get some slippers in this motherfucker?
You may. This struggle represents the conflict of women in the second half of the 20th century, says Feldman. Are they going to stay home and be wives and mothers? Are they going to work, or are they going to do both? And what if they really do better and earn more money than their husbands? What about that? That's an element of Lucy too. The real Lucille Ball faced these same questions. Ball was 40 years old when she started filming I Love Lucy, and she devoted herself to her career. She was very serious-minded and an incredibly hard worker, says biographer Kathleen Brady, adding that Ball was the, quote, first to say she was a workaholic, end quote. Family was also extremely important to her, and growing up in the Great Depression, she had a traditional view of how that dynamic worked. Certainly her idea was that women cater to the men, wives cater to the husbands, says Brady. Proving that her talents extended beyond the realm of comedy, the entrepreneur became the first female studio head in Hollywood. As president of Desilu Productions, she broke the glass ceiling for women executives in the film and television industry, and her shows live in syndication. Ball went on to garner 13 Emmy nominations and 4 Emmy Awards for her work. In 1986, she received a Kennedy Center honor for her contributions to the world of entertainment.
Ooh.
In
Ooh.
1989, she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. But for some reason, with the talent and the drive all coming from Lucille, all the focus is somehow filtered to her relationship to her sometimes husband, Desi Arnaz, including 2 recent semi-biographical film depictions. Both Lucy and Desi and Lance Spears, being the Ricardos, chose to write about Ball through her relationship with Arnaz.
Right, 100%.
Oh, go ahead.
100%, because that is like, I see, like, I am pretty good. I do some good things on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich Time, 5 a.m. if you're in España. But everyone relates it to John L. Peacock. He has all the passwords. He has all the codes. This is bullshit. I'm Lucy and you're Desi. Don't you fucking babaloo me once again, John.
But the story of their partnership isn't the only narrative around Ball to tell. Lucy and Desi, in fact, offered a tantalizing glimpse into another account of the star that one day, I hope, gets its own featured treatment. That's her relationship with I Love Lucy co-star Vivian Vance, who played Ethel specifically during the era they starred together in The Lucy Show. The sitcom debuted in 1962, the year that a recently divorced Ball reluctantly bought Arnaz's shares in their production company, Desilu. In The Lucy Show, she and Vance reunite on screen as 2 single women making a go of it together. The first show...
Making a way in the world today takes everything we got.
Wrong show.
Taking a break. Oh, shit. Sorry. Go ahead.
The show is the first to feature a divorced woman, Vance's character, on primetime television, just as off camera. Ball adapted after 2 decades of marriage to Arnaz and adjusted to being the first woman to head a Hollywood studio. This weird resentment of a powerful, talented, driven, and dare I say, hilarious human, such as Lucille, even seeped into quote unquote tributes for Lucille. Yes, I am talking about the 2009 Jamestown, New York unveiling of what is now known as the Scary Lucy statue.
Have you seen them eyes? Look at them eyes. Look at them eyes, Lucy. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Oh, you need to look it up because everyone looks at me and sees a loser, but Lucy statue sees a loser in the vending machine. Fuck me.
Inspired by the 1952 classic episode, Lucy Does a TV Commercial, the sculpture by artist Dave Poulin depicts Ball holding a bottle of a fictitious health supplement called Vitamix.
Yep.
Vitamin.
Yep.
There was just one. I rehearsed that too, and I. There was just one problem with it. In trying to commemorate the episode, Poulin gave the sculpture an awful grimace. Almost immediately, local Lucy fans began calling for the statue, now nicknamed Scary Lucy, to be replaced. Kirwigdaba Crawfy reports for CNN. From the day of its installation, I have shared my disappointment in the final outcome and have always believed it to be by far my most unsettling sculpture, not befitting of Lucy's beauty or my ability as a sculptor, end quote, Poulin told Emmett McDermott for The Hollywood Reporter in 2015. Recent pushes have been made to take it down and replace with a much better version of this beloved American star. They have not been answered as of yet. Following her retirement from primetime in 1974, Ball continued to make many guest appearances on television. Broadway saw her starring in Mame, 1974, a role with which she identified. Her other Broadway appearance after her career had taken off was in Wildcat in 1960. Her last serious role was that of a bag lady in the 1983 made-for-television movie Stone Pillow. Ball was married to comic Gary Morton from 1961 until the time of her death on April 26, 1989, 8 days after open heart surgery. She was survived by her husband, her 2 children by Arnaz, Lucy and Desi Jr., and millions of fans who continue to watch her in reruns of I Love Lucy.
I love Lucy. I'm not just saying the thing you said, but I love Lucy. It was so good. I have a good friend who I would buy every Christmas. I would buy her seasons of I Love Lucy. Like, oh, year was 4. This one's 5. Now we have 6. And after I bought all of them, I was like, what the fuck do I get her? It was a very bad year. I got her a whole subscription to Cosmopolitan. So I don't know if that fits, but.
You know what you should have got her?
It's right in there. So before we end this segment, I would like to cite the sources for this episode of Two-Sided Pop. First segment, Cosmopolitan Magazine, Pentagram.com, the SocietyPages.org, Britannica, the Irish Times, Scary Mommy, and CuriosityShots.com. Second segment, Biography Channel, Women'sHistory.org, National Women's Hall of Fame, Smithsonian Magazine Britannica, NotableBiographies.com, and TCM.com. What a beautiful segment. I love her.
Unbelievable. And John, I got to give some, again, I said I wouldn't do this, but you guys have drove me to drink. That's what we do here. And so I get a little more honest at the end of the show. Like, I have to give props and kudos to John. Not only does he do the research and he puts these amazing segments together, right? Where he does the research. And it's some beautiful prose that he puts out. I love to bust his balls because fuck you, John. That's why. But it is good. It's good writing. It's good research.
Very well written.
He's a one-man show. You know what I mean? He gave me the codes and the things to do the YouTube and the Zoom and this. Like, I was a little fucking stressed out. I did some trial runs. I texted him on the plane a few times and he called me out on it. He said, "Hey man, you don't usually text this much before the show. Are you nervous?" Shut up, John. You're crying. I'm not crying. But
well,
super good, man. And I feel like we're in. We did the thing.
We did.
You're here.
But before we get out of here, is there anything in this episode that you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Holy shit. I'm so glad you asked, MFA. I'm actively super glad you asked because yes, there is. Number one, I want to take back all of my soft-hearted comments about John. Fuck him. He should have been here to deal with this. I'm not techie. He's techie. He's taking all the money we make on our Patreon every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, and spending it on booze, candy, women of the night. Can't deal with him. What we should do is hire a fucking ghostwriter, a techie, an editor. We should hire all these people. All right, I want to also take that back because this is behind the curtain of like what is wrong with the show. It's like keep the family problems inside. You know what? I regret nothing.
I love it. I love it.
Did you say one of the sources, MFA, was Shot magazine or Shot something? Because that reminds me, I think it might be time.
Yep. Folks,
oh, my Lord, you guys are killing me. Okay, hold on.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Did I
actively don't have to.
You don't have to, but we will talk about you afterwards if you don't.
Did I accidentally X out my Zoom?
Nope, you are here. You are still here. I see you 100%.
Sweet. All right.
We all.
Everybody,
cheers. Bink, bink, bink.
Vodka is not my drink.
Oh shit. Oh, MFA, you and I are the normal sane people. Julie's just doing fucking weird ass hotel shots with no chasers. Like, you're an animal. You're a chaser. Woo.
Fine, I'll do a wine chaser.
There we go. Now we're playing with fire.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much for listening. Does anyone have that? Or should I do it? Because I can do it.
I do, but you can go ahead.
All right, yeah. No, you do it because John yells at me if I do it, because then he reads it because it's very well written. So actually, you know what? Let me do this first. Folks, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We're here every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time. Wednesdays, Fridays, 5 a.m. if you're across the pond in España. Hey, John, what do you have to say? MFA. Sorry. I'm used to yelling at John.
All habits die hard. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. John and Pete have their open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday at their usual time. So if you want to join them or want to throw some topics out there, you can email them at twosidedpod@gmail.com. Spell out, I'm not supposed to read that. TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. If you have show ideas, you want to be a guest, hit them up in an email. And for those listening live on the stereo app, stick around in this room for a continued chat in the green room right now, for our after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm motherfucking America out in Michigan.
I'm JuliePrunes out in Estepona, España.
I'm my boy Pete, and I've never felt better in Southern California.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcast, and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel handle at Two-Sided Pod, all one word, and the stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as they talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two-Sided. But we're the three amigos tonight, baby. Love you. Love you.
Yeah, baby.
Love you, MFA. Love you, Jules.